another one.
Well, looky here. What do we have here? Faking experience to secure a job. How does that go? So, this one says, facing a tough decision. Should I fake experience to secure a job in test automation? Today, I find myself in a very critical situation, which is why I'm reaching out to you. After several months of searching and interviewing, I've faced rejection for positions in test automation because the feedback from all the interviews is that my profile is interesting, but lacks experiences in a real project. However, I've been self-training in automation with tests on several projects on GitHub, but nothing seems to work. I am considering lying about having 2 years of automation experience. What I'm struggling with is figuring out what project context I could provide to make it believable. Additionally, what tools and language could I mention? I was thinking of using Cypress since it's a no-code tool. What the hell are you talking about? You see, that's why they're going to know that you're absolutely lying, because Cypress is in no shape or form a no-code tool. Which would allow me to quickly upskill with exercises and training. I really dislike the idea of doing this because it feels like I would be compromising my integrity. Well, if you're thinking about it already, you probably have 0 to none already. Oh my goodness, it's tough. I feel like I have no choice. It's either this or a career change. All right, so I'm going to tell you this, right? Instead of lying, what you can do is start off with, I grew up in a middle class family, right? Whenever you're not sure, you say, I grew up in a middle class family. The next thing you like, now when you're not sure when you like, instead of lying, just say,
I'm a knucklehead at times.
And you have your solution. All right, timer up. All right, so here's what I would say, right? Number one, the first thing I would say is you need to join the tech barbarians. Because I'll give an example too, right? My guy, calculus coder, he had trouble securing a landing a job, right? He did self-learning boot camp. He did self-learning, then he did boot camp and all that other stuff, right? And he had trouble securing a position. He could not find anything. I think he went to school for, he went partly to school for like mechanical engineering or something like that. But then he was like, all right, I'm not getting anything. Then he actually went to like college. And then he was able to secure a position. I think he already started working in it, right? And like that led to something else. But I don't even think it was the college part. I think it was that he actually built a real application where he was able to put out there. Because for me, I think being able to use real technology instead of like, oh, I'm gonna go and automate Amazon's website. That's not a project. It's nothing. Like, you want to work on something real, and that's why what I did with the tech barbarians was, I'm like, all right, we're gonna build something, right? And what we did, we built a basic application, but it has all the infrastructure behind it. So now my tech barbarians are able to say, I have experience with Docker. I have experience with Docker Compose. I have experience with GitHub, with approving pull requests. I have experience with writing automation. I have experience with Python. I have experience with JavaScript. I have experience with Jira. I have experience with Agile. I have experience with Scrum. So, I like that whole ecosystem. I have experience with stand-ups, although they don't submit their daily stand-ups enough, but that's a whole nother story. But they have that experience to be able to talk about it and then to also be under the pressure of completing a sprint. Of, oh, why did we not meet our sprint goal? Why were all the stories not completed? Why are subtasks not being moved along? All of those things that you have to deal with. So, and then there's like many different moving pieces. So for me, for me, I don't like the idea of faking experience. I like to build experience. And then but here's the thing, right? The biggest problem is when you lie on your resume, the stuff that you're lying about, you don't know them. So just by you saying that, oh, I was thinking about saying Cyprus because Cyprus is a no code tool. What in the like? How could you how could you say you do automation and then you're gonna say you like at least lie about if you're gonna lie, right? At least tell a lie of something that's close, like that's close enough to the truth that you can follow it. You know, like what that makes no sense. Like, oh, I'm gonna say I did Cypress when you never even touched Cypress, never touched it enough to know that it is not a no code tool. It is like it's a node package, right? Where you're going to the same way you're gonna install Playwright is the same way you're gonna install Cypress, and then you're going to write your automation code, and then you're gonna run it and all that. Like, so I don't. This is the problem with people try to lie on resumes. Like if I saw this resume and then I'm sorry and I ask you one question, like and you're like, well, you know, like so tell me about Cypress. Well, Cypress is a no code tool. What? And that way you are
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
before you even get the job. And here's the other thing, right? If you have absolutely no experience in QA or whatever, right? And you didn't go to school for computer science or something like that, maybe, just maybe, you need to start just a little bit lower. You might have to start in tech support or help desk or whatever, right? And then work your way up. See, talking about scams again, Mitch, yes, you, Mitch, talking about scams again. One of the ways these boot camps scam people is that they're going to tell them, oh, you know, you can go and take this 6-week boot camp in manual testing, and then all of a sudden, you will have all these companies lined up at your door so that they can pay you $85,672 a year plus unlimited PTO plus a triple matching 401k if you will pay the low cost of $6,597.83 for this boot camp for 6 weeks. You will be able to, and after those 6 weeks, there will be a line of companies lined at your door. However, in the fine print, it says there are absolutely no refunds whatsoever. And whether you think it's a scam or not, I will call it a scam because I don't like what they do. All right, because then here's what's going to happen. Right, they're gonna show up at my doorstep and they're gonna say, I've applied for 11,253 and a half jobs because they filled out half the application, and zero, none, nada, zilch companies have responded to me. I don't even get the auto responder that says that they've denied me.
Bruh.
It's bad out here. It is bad. It's hard out here. It is hard out here. All right. And I'm like, well, we can actually get to work, and we can do we can join the team, and you can do this, and that, and you can learn how to use GitHub. You can learn how to do this, and you can learn how to do that. And it says that sounds great. I'm going to sign up for a boot camp to do tech sales. I'm like, okay, well, good luck. Good luck, good riddance. All right, that's how I see it. I feel nothing. All right, I feel nothing.
Yo, living in this chaos, I can see it clear. fame. What's the point of grinding if you don't hold it down? Hear me out, we gotta get it right. No more lazy walks, we gotta reignite. Rise above the noise, push through the pain. Don't let this dream slip, let's break those chains. Got my eyes on the prize, but it's looking real grim. When you ask for the truth, they pretend it's a whim. Success ain't a joke, man, it's blood, sweat, and tears. So why you out here fronting, drowning in your fears? We all want the glory, but do we want the grind? Hear me out, we gotta get it right. No more lazy walks, we gotta reignite. Rise above the noise, push through the pain. Don't let this dream slip, let's break those chains. So step up, don't fall back, let's do what's true. If we really want it, it starts with me and you. Yo, living in this chaos, I can see it clear. People slacking off, yo, I can feel the fear. Trying to make it big, but they just playing games. While I'm busting my ass, they just chasing fame. What's the point of grinding if you don't hold it down? Hear me out, we gotta get it right. No more lazy walks, we gotta reignite. Rise above the noise, push through the pain. Don't let the dream slip, let's break those chains. But let's break those chains. Let's break those chains. Let's break those chains. Let's break those chains. Got my eyes on the prize, but it's looking real grim. When you ask for the truth, they pretend it's a whim. Success ain't a joke, man, it's blood, sweat, and tears. So why you out here fronting, drowning in your fears? We all want the glory, but do we want the grind? We want the glory, but do we want the grind? Yeah. So step up, don't fall back, let's do what's true. If we really want it, it starts with me and you. Yeah. So step up, don't fall back, let's do what's true. If we really want